Hi folks, short video today. So we're going to start off our revision. Now we have completed the course and we're going to go all the way back to August 18 and do some Unit 1 revision. Okay, and I wanted to do something a bit creative today, a bit different to break up maybe the monotony of just staring at your screens and doing like worksheets and things like that. Okay, so without further ado, what I want you to do is, obviously we're going to start our revision, and what I want you to do is create a video on a topic from Unit 1, and I'm going to explain how we're going to group those up. Hopefully you're all going to pick something different, or between the two classes you certainly will, so everybody will pick something different, and then we can share these videos and we can watch them as part of our revision once they're finished. Okay, so it can be a screencast, a bit like what I'm doing right now, hopefully a bit more interesting, a bit more exciting, a bit more on screen. A collection of clips with narration, so it'd be quite nice. Say you were talking about factors of production, for example, you could talk about capital and you could get a video of a car plant and some automated machinery. So that kind of effort, you're going to have 2 to 3 lessons on this again, so quite a long time, so the quality needs to reflect the amount of time that I've given you. It's certainly going to be today's double lesson. You can work in pairs if you live close together and want to work collaboratively, or if you feel you can work effectively online. I don't want any more than pairs because it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to work on this effectively more than 2 people at a time. Okay, so let's have a look at the kind of topics then. So obviously we're going to work from the spec, because again that's something I want you to start using more and more. So we'll go to classwork, revision and notes, and then course guide. And we're looking at number 1, understanding business activity. So the way I've grouped this, or the way I want you to work on this, is that 1.1 and 1.2 would be one video. So you talk about needs, wants, scarcity, opportunity, cost, an evaluation of specialization, what is the purpose of business activity, that's just a definition, the concept of adding value and how value could be added. Obviously adding value is one of the core aims of all businesses, and then move on to primary, secondary and tertiary sectors, classifying these different sectors, and then talking about the private and public sector in a mixed economy. Okay, so I've grouped that together into one video. So you'd create a video, a screencast, a collection of clips, or a video of you on a tripod talking to the camera, going through these key topics. Another video is going to be all of 1.3. Okay, so you could choose to do all of 1.3 if you wanted. So entrepreneurship and enterprise. So what is an entrepreneur? What are the characteristics of entrepreneurs? What is a business plan? Why are they important? And how do governments support new businesses? How do we measure business size? Why do some businesses grow and others remain small? And why some businesses fail? Okay, so I'm trying to make these similar-ish, but this maybe is slightly larger, but it's lots of little bits. None of these bits are particularly huge, so that's why you've got lots of little bits in 1.3, okay? 1.4 then, business structures, really important. So here I'd like you to talk about, or you need to talk about, the difference between sole traders, partnerships, private and public limited companies, franchises and joint ventures. Okay, good and bad, maybe too good and too bad about each of these. Talking about limited liability, unlimited liability, and the differences between these key business structures. Okay, and then video 5, there's only 5 topics in Unit 1. Would be on business objectives and stakeholder objectives. So why do businesses need objectives? What kind of objectives do businesses set? What are social enterprises and what are their objectives? Why might objectives need to change over time? And then what are stakeholders? So what's the difference between an internal and an external stakeholder? Give examples. Why might they have conflicts? So managers might want growth. Shareholders might want profit. How might those objectives conflict? And then what's the differences in the objectives of a private and a public sector business? Okay, so you don't need to do all 4 of these topics. You can choose either 1.1 and 1.2 together, 1.3, 1.4 or 1.5, and you want to create a video that you're going to share to YouTube yourself. You can publish it if you want, or just upload it to your drive and share with me, and then I'll distribute with the class. There is no time limit, so it can be as long as you need. But the key thing is I don't want it to be boring. Okay, try and use as many images, examples, video clips. You can download any video from YouTube. Just go to like download from YouTube, and there'll be several websites you can use to download, and then load it into iMovie, and you can cut and edit and take bits of other people's videos to make your video interesting. Okay, and if there are any diagrams or anything that would help, you can also include those as well. Okay. Obviously, we want to check for accuracy and detail throughout. We want accurate information because you're going to be sharing it with each other, so we don't want any misconceptions by you sharing incorrect information. Okay? Any questions, anything you want to check, you can email me. You can show me a draft of your video before you fully submit it, and I can check it and make sure that it's correct. But we're going to spend at least a double on this, so that's 2 hours. So that's quite a long time to be working on a single video. So 2 hours. If you say we need more, we could use the next single as well. Okay? We'll get some feedback in the single lesson of whether you need any more time for this. Okay? Any questions you can ask, but we're starting our revision, going back through these early topics that we haven't looked at for quite a while, and just wanting to get away from worksheets and typing, something a bit more creative. You can pretty much do this however you want. You can talk into a camera, you can screencast, you can edit other clips of videos together to really show what's going on. Okay? Any problems, let me know. Enjoy.